Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome. Can everybody online hear me? Yes, okay, great. All right, we're going to go ahead and begin our Friday night Shabbat service together. And I would like to invite everyone to turn to page 101 in the Siddur. And we'll begin this evening with Ma Tovu. And the melody I want to do this evening is very special. It's written by a cantor by the name of Charles Davidson, who was one of the people to write the curriculum of the cantorial school at the seminary in New York. And he actually recently passed away this past week. So, in memory of him and in tribute to him, we will do that melody, which we've done here before at Bnai. So, please join me, top of page 101. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Va'ani berov chastecha chastecha. Avo veitecha, avo veitecha. אשתחווה אל היכל קודשך, ביראתך, ביראתך. איי לי 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 Adonai ahavti me'on beitecha, umekom mishkan kevodecha. Ay la 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 la. Va'ani tefilati lecha Adonai, et ratzon, Elohim berov chastecha, aneni be'emet ishecha. Lai 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 lai. And now we'll turn back in the Siddur to page 11, the very beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat, the service for welcoming Shabbat, and we'll continue with Psalm 95, L'chune Ranana. Please join me. Lechu neranena neranena l'Adonai naria naria litzur yishenu. Lechu neranena neranena l'Adonai naria naria litzur yishenu. Nekadama fanav nekadama fanav nekadama fanav betoda. Bizmirot, bizmirot, narialo, bizmirot, narialo. Lechu neranena, neranena, ladonai naria, naria, letzuri sheinu. Lechu neranena, neranena, ladonai naria, naria, letzuri sheinu. And we will now turn to page 14, and we'll sing together Yismechu Hashamayim, right in the middle of the page where the little arrow is pointing inward. Please join me. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umalo, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Umlo, Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Exalt Adonai our God, and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy. Let's now turn to page 20, and we'll sing together the last 3 lines at the bottom of the Hebrew section, Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodesho. We'll now turn to page 21, and we'll continue with Mizmor LeDavid, Psalm 29. Please rise. Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai Bnei Elim, Havul Adonai Kavod Vaos, Havul Adonai Kevod Shemo Hishtachavul Adonai Behadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai Al Hamayim, El HaKavod Hirim, Adonai Al Mayim Rabim, Lai, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim Vaishaber Adonai Et Arzei Halvanon Vayar Kidem Kemo Egel Levanon Vesirion Kemo Ven Re'emim Lai Kol Adonai Kotsev Lavotesh Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh Kol Adonai Yechol El Ayalot Vayechesov Ye'arot Uvehechalo Kulo Omer Kavod Lai Adonai Lamabul Yashav Yeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitein Adonai Yevarech Et Amo V'Shalom Lai You may be seated. And we'll continue now with Lecha Dodi on pages 23, 24, and 25. And we'll sing the first 2 stanzas on 23, the middle stanza on 24, and the final stanza on 25. And when we get to that final stanza, we'll all rise and face the entrance of the chapel to welcome Shabbat. Pages 23 through 25. Lecha Dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela, שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה. Middle of 24. התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה. Please rise and face the entrance of the chapel. Bottom of 25. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצולתו אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. Now that we've officially welcomed Shabbat, we will recite the Psalm for Shabbat on page 27 at the very top of the page. Please join me. Mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat tov lehodot l'Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat tov lehodot Adonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon ulezamer leshimcha elyon. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות עלי עשור ועלי נבל עלי היגיון בכינור מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון Ulzamer leshimcha elyon. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon, planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards. Tzadik HaTamar, middle of page 28. Tzadik HaTamar yiferach ke'erez balvanon Is geshetulim bevet Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yaferichu od yenuvun beseva Deshenim vera'ananim iyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzuri tzuri velo avalatabo. And at this time, I'd like to invite everyone to please turn to page 178. As we've heard in the news recently, a few of the hostages that were under Hamas captivity were released back into Israel. But of course, those few are certainly not enough, and we hope and pray for the release of all the hostages. And so we will continue with the prayer for the state of Israel, and we will sing together Avinu Shabbat Shamayim on page 178 on the Hebrew side, and then we'll recite the prayer that's on the left-hand margin of the English side. So please join me. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Barech, Barech, et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Smichat Geulatenu, Hagen Aleha Bevrat Chastecha, Uferos Aleha Sukat Shelomecha. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Avinu, Avinu, Sheba Shamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'go'alo. Ribono shel olam, Kabel na berachamim uvratzon et tefilotenu be'ad Medinat Yisrael. Sovereign of the universe, accept in loving kindness and with favor our prayers for the state of Israel, her government, and all who dwell within her boundaries and under her authority. Open our eyes and our hearts to the wonder of Israel, and strengthen our faith in your power to work redemption in every human soul. Grant us also the fortitude to keep ever before us those ideals upon which the state of Israel was founded. Grant courage, wisdom, and strength to those entrusted with guiding Israel's destiny to do your will. Be with those on whose shoulders Israel's safety depends, and defend them from all harm. Spread over Israel and all the world your shelter of peace, and may the vision of your prophet soon be fulfilled. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Venomar, Amen. We will also now pray for those who are ill and who are in need of healing by reciting the Mishaberach prayer. If you have a name you would like to add this evening, please go ahead and rise in your place. And after I read the name on our list, you'll be able to add the name at that time. And if you have a name you want to add and you're online this evening, please go ahead and unmute after I read the names, and you'll be able to add the name then as well. We will sing the Debbie Friedman version of the Mishaberach, which the words can be found on the top corner of page 173 on the English side. Mishaberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Chavasara bat Basha, Yehudit bat Kalman, Rachel bat Esther, Chaim ben Pesach, Harvey Ruskin, Diane Chodorow, Alan Chodorow, Rachel Langer, Yaakov ben Shlomo, Jack Azuz, Gloria Yoder, Batya Podos, Willie Peters, Harold Albert. David ben Razel, Mirit bat Miriam, Aaron ben Chaya Golda, Tal ben Sarah, Shoshana bat Yochevet, Ilya Yisrael Richter ben Rachel, Chaviva Eliana bat Sarah, Sandra Kite, Healy Solomon, Kathy Brown, Celia Hahn, Arnie Tenenbaum, Esther Tenenbaum, Brandon Simpson, Andrea Kotke, Jennifer Brown Lerner, Eva Curis, Ken Gasser, Randy Mead, Bloom Beloved, Lula Hernandez, Harvey Colchin, Marilyn Lafer, Gary Raish, Fegahana Bat Sima.
Barbara Resnick.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else online?
Rina Batroza, Franco, Robert Ziman.
Roberta Kalishman, Burton Zex, Martin Macauer.
Okay, thank you. Any other names?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy.
Paulina Castillas and Mrs. Rares.
Okay, thank you. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mekor Habracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. We'll continue now with the Mariv service on page 39a. I invite everyone to please rise for the Barchu. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da da la da da La 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da. You may be seated. Please join me on the English side, the first blessing of the Mariv service on 39a. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name. Living and ever-present God, may your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמים לא חלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. We'll turn to page 40. Please join me for Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amacha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shokveinu u'v'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. We'll continue privately the second and third paragraphs of the Shema, page 42. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Page 43a. אמת ואמונה כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through a divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. Top of page 44. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקר ים לפני משה, זה אלי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פד אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Let's now turn to page 45, and we'll sing together and recite together the Hashkivenu prayer, the nighttime prayer for peace. We'll sing the beginning and the middle together, and then we'll recite the prayer in English. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu Uvo'enu lechaim ulshalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow, and remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Uferos aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al chol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. We'll continue now together with Vishamru and Chatzi Kaddish, page 46. Please rise. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beni uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz uvayom hashevi'i shavat vayinafash shahavat vayinafash veshamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divara kirutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala Uvizman kariv veimeru, Amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach, le'alam le'al me'al maya, yitbarach, ve'yishtabach, ve'yitpa'ar, ve'yitromam, ve'yitnaseh, ve'yithadar, ve'yitale, ve'yitalal, shmei dekudesha berichu, le'ela min kol berchata ve'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen. We'll continue now with the private silent Amida that begins on page 47 and concludes on page 52. Ose shalom mimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Veimeru. Amen. We'll continue now with the full Kaddish, middle of page 54. Yitkadal v'yitkadash me'rabam. Ve'alamadi v'rakirute ve'amlich malchute b'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chayechol beit Yisrael v'agalav v'zman kari ve'immeru. Amen. Yehi shemei rabam mevarach le'alam u'le'al me'al maya yitebarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'immeru. Amen. Titkabal tzalotahon avatahon dechol Yisrael kodam avahon divishmaya v'immeru. Amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chaim malinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'immeru. Amen. Ose shalom imromav hu yaseh shalom alinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'immeru. Amen. We'll now turn to page 55. We'll continue with the Friday evening Kiddush. If you have wine or grape juice at home, please go ahead and get that. For those who are here, we have some cups with grape juice. Sure. If anybody wants to partake, please come forward and take a small cup of grape juice. We will turn to page 55, and I invite everyone to please rise. You want to try?
You can try it. Why are they doing that? There, correctly. Okay.
Okay, page 55. Savarim Adanan v'Rabanan v'Rabotai, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, Zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, Ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchalotanu, Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. L'chaim. We'll continue with Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'teis gedula le'otzer bereshit, shelo asanu kevei haratzot, Velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, שלא שם חלקנו כהם בגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. על כן נכבה לך אדוני אלוהים. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני מלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. At this time, we will remember those in our community and among our loved ones who are no longer with us. And this Shabbat, we remember A.C. Ballard, Adrienne Hessel, Bernard Dunn, Donna Zinnick, Estelle Port, Frederick Cohen, Hannah Hinden, Jack Levick, Jose Garcia Cruz, Leah Schneiderman, Melvin Yonak, Nathan Silberman, Sylvia Slapper, as well as William Kahn. And are there any other yurtsites? If you are thinking of someone, please take a moment to remember them in your mind and in your heart, and may their memory be for goodness and for a blessing. We'll continue with Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah ve'alma divara kirutei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Israel ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal Shemei Kudusha Barichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated. In a few moments, we will conclude our service with Yigdal, but before then, a couple of announcements.
Very quickly, and I'm not going to give you times because the times have been changing, and I suggest that you look at the calendar and the e-blast this coming week to make sure about the coming events, which are all taking place starting next Friday, which is our musical Shabbat, followed by a wonderful latke dinner here in Shul. There is a small fee for that, so please make sure that you get reservations for it by going online. Very, very simple. Just a simple click will get you in for that. So that's next week, starting at 6 o'clock for our service. And then on Sunday is the citywide Hanukkah festival, not here, but at Temple Albert. And we are participating in that is the entire Jewish community. So please come to that and check the times for that beginning as well. And then on the following Sunday is Better Together again at And I've seen 2 times for this, so it's either 10:30 or 11. Again,
That night.
better together?
That was the correction.
That was, okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so anyway, if you want, better together is a really nice thing. It's a kind of a gathering of older congregants and younger congregants, and we share some very good conversations. So that's Sunday after this coming Sunday. So we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:30, for our continuation of Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Okay, thank you, Harvey. Yes, the times do keep, start times for things do kind of fluctuate a little bit right now with certain things. We're trying to accommodate everything that's going on in the Jewish community in Albuquerque, so please bear with us as we continue to figure that stuff out. I also want to mention, for those, you may have seen it in my weekly email, one of my colleagues is going to be visiting over the weekend of Christmas on the Shabbat of December 24th. Chazan Elisheva Dienstfrei, who is Minna Jo and Michael Linver's daughter. She and the entire family will be visiting Albuquerque for a reunion, and she and the family will be leading services that Shabbat as well. And Elisheva did grow up here in this congregation and in Albuquerque. Some of you might know her or might remember her from her youth. So please mark your calendar for that as well, December 24th. Yes, Jimmy.
They are graciously sponsoring.
Yes, they are. The family is also sponsoring the Kiddush that Shabbat as well after services. Okay, with that, let us conclude with Yigdal on page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimtza ve'yeneit el metziuto echad ve'in yachid ke'ichudo nelam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf ve'eino guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon lechol davar asher nivra Rishon ve'ein reshit le'reshito hino Adon olam v'chol notzar yorei gedulato u'malchuto shechan nevuato netano el anshe segulato v'tifarto lo kam be'Yisrael kemo she'od navi u'mabit et emunato Torat emet natan le'amoel al yad nevio neman beito lo yachalif ha'el velo yamir dato le'olamim lezulato sofe ve'yodea setarenu mabit lesof davar bekadmato gomer le'ish chesed kemifalo Noten l'rasha ra kerishato Yishlach leketz yamin meshichenu Liftot mechake ketz yeshuato Meitim yechayel berov chasto Baruch adei ad shem tehilato Meitim yechayel berov chasto Baruch adei ad Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow morning at 9:30. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos.